everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. I had to come here and share this story with everybody because we know one thing for sure is that healthcare is very expensive, and sometimes, because of that, right, a lot of people cannot afford healthcare, yet they need the assistance, right? We turn to find our ways to kind of like find something cheaper, but that can lead to a lot of problems. Today I'm going to speak about the case of this doctor who was, he was a fake doctor, right? Who left a patient brain dead basically after performing a procedure on her, okay? So before I continue, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's listening using Spotify. Thank you so much for listening and following me on Spotify. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who's watching this video right now on YouTube. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, okay? So like I said, I think there are times, to be honest, that I feel like healthcare insurance can be a bit of a scam, because even if you don't get to use it, you still get, like, you never see the money, right? I think, I always have a lot of opinions when it comes to healthcare insurance, because no matter how much your coverage, for some reason, I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous. For some reason, you still get a bill from the office. You pay, you wait for the deductible, you pay your co-insurance, you pay your copay, and then you still get somehow a bill, right? It's very rarely that things are covered fully 100%. A visit to the ER is crazy. The amount of money that you pay, especially when they're trying to figure out what's wrong with you, which can lead to hospitals or doctors to do a lot of tests that can be somehow unnecessary. I do understand that sometimes that is needed just to kind of narrow it down to the cause of whatever it is that you're experiencing, whatever symptoms you're experiencing. But I think when it comes to health insurance, there's no, like, the patient, the patient is always people. That's why people dread to go to get medical help, because one, sometimes they don't even have insurance, and then you still have insurance, yet you still, like I said, you get bills, you get into collections, you start doing payment plans, but then somehow, you got to follow up with the doctor. There's another bill mounting amount, and it's very hard. It's very hard to kind of keep up with all that for a lot of people that go for treatment, that go on a regular basis to the doctor. Which is the reason that I'm saying all of that, is because I can understand sometimes, because people tend to find a way to get healthcare more cheaper. But the risk in doing that is that, if something goes wrong, you decided, let's just say, a lot of people, from what I know, a lot of people, especially when it comes to like dentists, a lot of people go overseas to get dental care, right? They find it to be more like affordable in a lot of countries. A lot of people go to like Mexico. From what I hear, stories of people that go to like Mexico to get like the weight loss surgeries, the bypass, and all of that stuff. Like, that to me, I never understand how is it that you go and get a surgery like that when you know perhaps that you're gonna be needing care for like a week or more. And if something goes wrong, it's like the person who did the surgery is in a whole different country, and perhaps they don't even have all the necessary paperwork to, if something happens, that you get to bring them to court or something like that. That's the whole point. So it's very, very hard. So I truly understand when somebody perhaps will try to seek out to find cheaper healthcare, right? But like I said, there's a lot of risk involved in that, right? The desperation to get healthcare that you need, and also you have to remember that when somebody says to you, you gotta go, let's just say for like dentist or something, people say, no, go to this country, let's just say Costa Rica, they'll do it for you, no problem. Like, sometimes, it's almost like recommending a restaurant. You say to somebody, this is so crazy, but it happens a lot. You might say to somebody, this is the best restaurant, you gotta go check them out. And somehow, some reason, those people go and check it out, and then turns out to be horrible service. They didn't like the food. And it's like, how does that happen, right? How is that happening? I'm not saying it happens all the time, but a lot of the times when you recommend something to somebody and they do it because, they got a good recommendation, there is a chance that, it might not turn out the same way that you were treated, right? And when it comes to medical procedures, not everything works the same for everybody, right? Like when it comes to the weight loss surgery and all of those things, not everybody comes out of that triumphant or able to maintain the weight off, right? So not everything works out the same for everyone. So it says here that a New York City man allegedly left a woman brain dead after illegally performing plastic surgery procedure at his home. His name is Felipe Hoyos Foronda, 38 years old, has been charged with assault in the second degree and unauthorized practice of profession on Friday, March 28. It says here, the man was arrested for allegedly illegally performing plastic surgery procedure that left one client brain dead. He was arrested this past Friday, March 28, after medics responded to his call to his home on 35th Street in Astoria, Queens. He was charged with assault on the second degree and unauthorized practice of profession. Hoyos Foronda called the ambulance and then fled the scene. That's crazy. Okay, like, okay, we know that you're doing this illegally, but your patient is having complications to the point that she's having really bad complications that she ended up being brain dead, and you're gonna call for help and you're gonna flee the scene. You're not even gonna take accountability. That's crazy. She was allegedly administering lidocaine injections, which are commonly used as a local anesthetic to numb specific areas. First responders discovered Hoyos Foronda's makeshift doctor's office in his home. The first responder requested that the police respond to the scene, and Hoyos Foronda's landlord provided the detective with the information and the photo. The city license plate reader system received a notification on his vehicle, which was on the Van Wyck Expressway near the JFK airport. He was arrested by the Port Authority Police Department inside the airport after he went through security. He told authorities he was a licensed doctor in Colombia. This man got caught and he went immediately to the airport. Wow. This is why you have to be so careful, guys. You have to be so careful about this procedure. Like I said, a lot of people will come to you and be like, oh, it's just a little injection. And, I didn't feel anything. It was great. And you're like, I'll do the same, right? You have, like I said, one thing, not everything works out the same for everybody. And when it comes to these doctors in their home office, that's something fishy about it. Don't do it, okay? This man could not even stand up to be accountable. This man got caught inside the airport, okay, after already passing through security. That's crazy. The woman was transported to Mount Sinai Hospital in Queens. She is believed to have suffered from lidocaine toxicity, according to the prosecutors. The proposed condition occurs when excessive amount of the anesthetic enters the bloodstream and can cause the patient dizziness, agitation, and cardiovascular or respiratory failure. That's the thing. Any type of makeshift home office that if something goes wrong, it's not like they transfer you to another department in the same hospital. It's a home office, right? Things can happen. It's so sad. The woman has no brain activity and is intubated at the hospital. She's not expected to survive. Wow, that is so sad. We pray for her family. We pray, they're saying she's not expected to survive, but we pray for her regardless of that diagnosis. We pray for her family. They're not saying her name though. And I just want to know her name for prayer purposes, that's all. Hoyos Foronda home is now under partial vacate order. The first apartment, operating as a medical office with medical exam table, cosmetic injectable syringe, exam lights, that's how the police found it. He pleaded not guilty and was ordered held without bail during an arraignment in Queens Criminal Court. His next court appearance was today, so I wonder how that went. Let me see if I can just get that information for you. So he was supposed to be in court today, right? The 3rd. So they're not saying anything about his court appearance today, but this man tried to leave the country immediately. That says a lot. And you're gonna be inside JFK, already passed through security, chilling, waiting for your flight. And when the detective and the police find you, you're gonna be like, I'm a licensed professional. I guarantee you that no licensed professional who did something that went wrong and called the ambulance will try to leave the country like that. They take accountability, from what I know. I mean, anything can happen. I think it's so bizarre that he thought he was gonna get away with it. So this is a great effort by the police to track him down immediately. How is it that this man is gonna do something like this and try to leave the country? Like, people have no heart anymore. Like, there's no compassion for people. Like, what is going on? It's crazy, you guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day everybody. God bless.